Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL Inspirations for Your Life. We're just less than a half hour before midnight on May 20th, which is Saturday. And you guys know what that means. We're going to have a brand new master topic. And can't wait to share that with you. So, what I want to tell you is thank you for those of you that have been with me for so long, supporting me, and absorbing all this great content. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and for the watching the replays, whether that's 1 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m., 10 a.m., 10 p.m., 12 noon, 12 midnight, whenever you choose to watch us. Thank you so much for making Inspirations for Your Life a daily part of your day. Really do appreciate that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on with our master topic. Here we go. Our master topic, everyone, are you ready for it? Here it is, everyone. Understanding why some people want to still work remotely. We're on show 21, episode number 1. And in case you guys did miss that, we are actually, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are on our we're actually on the second. Can you believe that already? We are on the second, yes, the second series, which means we're in year 2, show 21, episode number 1. And got a lot to share with you on this because I think a lot of people don't quite understand what it means to work remotely. I mean, they might have a vague idea, but really, they don't have a true clue of what it means. So we're going to go over that right now. What does it mean to work remotely? What does it mean to work remotely? All right. So, remote work can be done outside of a traditional office or shop, and it's referred to as working from home or telecommuting. And the concept of remote work is that employees can successfully execute projects and daily tasks without needing to commute to an office each day. They have something called WFH or hybrid work from home or hybrid work. So, work that's done from home is remote work. And now the team terms remote work could be everywhere. But what does remote work really mean? Remote work refers to any work that's performed outside of the company's own dedicated office space. And so remote work can be done in a co-working space. It can be done at a cafe. It could be done on an airplane. It could be done in an airport. It could be done at home. It could be done anywhere. All right. And so we're going to be talking a lot about this week because this is a topic that's coming back into the news again. How are you, Ken? Great to be with you. We got an amazing topic. Savor the flavor of the awesomeness in you, sir, for sharing your delectable nuggets of wisdom, kindness, goodness with us tonight. Well, it is my pleasure, Ken. We're talking about a great topic, understanding why some people want to still work remotely. All right. So people feel that your boss may be obsessed with the fact that you need to work from the office. Now, there's a reason why they want you to work from the office. A couple things. One, it's collaboration. So if your company doesn't have those kind of resources and they need you to be in a structure with other people, I get it. But if the company has all these things, then why are they forcing you to work in the office, right? If you have ways that you can message each other and collaborate and get on video calls and things like that. Of course, it's not the same as being in person, right? They say it is, but it's not. So the problem with working from home is productivity. Does it mean making more widgets or better widgets? And what makes a good widget? There are many parts of people's jobs, okay? And knowledge is key. So if we're producing more widgets, but we're not producing quality widgets, that could be a problem for us down the road. A really big problem. All right. So thinking about working remotely, okay? And the question I know a lot of you are probably going to be asking is, hey, John, why did working remotely start to become so popular? Well, I am so glad that you asked that question because, this, not to get back onto the pandemic and COVID and all that, but really, that's where this all started from. Okay. The rise of working from home. And before the pandemic, Americans spent 5% of their working time at home. By the spring of 2020, the figure was 60%. And the shift had changed with more people working longer hours, but working from home, but not in the office. So they wanted to give people the ability to provide a non-interrupted flow for their customers, right? And remote work had changed, right? Millions of careers all around the world. And employers and workers are still, even today in 2023, adapting to a new normal and trying to figure out what the heck does all this mean? And what's the reality of working remotely, right? So the question is, do companies, this is a question I have for you, do companies lose money from employees that work remotely? Let's ask that question. What do you think? So, when the research was done, how many workers were experiencing remote work, they found that even employees who had previously developed strong work life boundaries found them starting to blur. So, what do we mean by that? Well, let's say you're working from home and now suddenly you have kids or there's other responsibilities you have. It's like you're doing something else. Now, I can give you the best example. So, maybe you're working from home and everything's going smoothly, but um, you got to make dinner. So, you're making dinner and you're kind of making dinner and you're going back and forth to your laptop or your headset and you're really not giving a priority to your work, you're more concerned about making your dinner. And I think this is a problem for a lot of people because they figure, well, I can just do it for 5 minutes. It's only 5 minutes. But this 5 minutes keeps turning into 15 to 30 to 45 to 60. And like, oh, my boss is gonna like, I'm working. I'm here. I mean, I'm here. I'm working if somebody calls. And so remote working has caused some problems. All right. It has caused some problems. And there's a big expense to working remotely. There's hidden expenses, right? And you might be saying, "Hey, John, why?" It's because people needed to still operate companies, and because of their safety and well-being, as they were getting scared, they were being told that they can work from home and everything will still be hunky dory. Hmm. According to the 2021 State of Remote Work report from OWL Labs, the world stayed remote, and 90% of the 2,050 full remote workers surveyed said they were as productive or more productive working remotely compared to when they were in the office. And 74% said after the pandemic, working from home is better for their mental health. Okay, I get that. And 84% reported that working remotely after the pandemic would make them happier, with many even willing to take a pay cut. I think the challenge is working remotely costs companies hidden expenses. And companies that allow remote work are more profitable and have lower turnover rates, right? And their teams report overall higher happiness, yes. But the last decade saw a 400% increase in remote work. Now, there are four hidden costs of working from home. Pretty simple, right? So, there is home office connectivity. Okay. Um, there is, the ability to balance your work home balance. And now it gets harder because If your family or people are there and that's happening, it's a problem. So the number one is home office setup. So there is the initial investment of whether they need a computer, whether they need certain resources, collaboration tools, phone, higher speed internet for streaming, video conference calls, a better ergonomic desk, um, you know, maintenance of the existing office. Okay. And there's soft costs that really seem to be a problem. And so not everyone is aware of these, but a lot of people see that soft costs come in. Soft costs could be something as simple as getting the culture to collaborate. And there might be more fees having to be paid to collaboration tools to make this happen because we all can't just sit in the office and talk about something. All right. So we're going to be talking about this all week, ladies and gentlemen, but I want to dig into something else that I think is very, very important. And that is, do all companies have to let their staff work from home? Do they have to let them work from home? And the answer is no. Don't let employees pick their work from home days. This came from a study from Harvard. So, can employers force employees to work from home? Employees also may be entitled to new benefits. Employees who are required to work from home may need to receive allowances for internet services or physical equipment need to perform their jobs. So, yes, they can, but they have to be cognizant of the other costs that might be required to make that happen. So there are things like a work from home policy, and these always get to be fun, right? Uh, Reduce stress, greater productivity, better work life balance, improve health and well being. The office should be somewhere where no one's going to disturb them. That's the most important thing. And if there's family or people around, they have to know that they can't interrupt them when they're doing their job because they're actually working, right? I think the biggest challenge is when people say, "Oh, gee, I'm working from home." A lot of people I hear take that as a license, and they really don't provide the services the company expects. So, is working from home cost effective for employers? What do you think? The cost of working from home is not cheap. 24% of employees felt their stress levels improved. 42% reported increased stress levels. So, this is very interesting. Working in an office or WFH, working from home, versus what we said, like commuting to the office. And it's interesting. They did a survey on business.org. They surveyed 700 Americans to gauge the cost of the working from home versus commuting to the office. Out of these 700 people, they discovered 28%, 196 people work exclusively from home, and 24%, 168 people work exclusively from an office. And 48%, 336 people work a hybrid model, which is both home and the office. That works well for me because whatever I need to do, I just kind of adapt to. So I think people need to realize that working from home is something your company needs to make a decision on. If you feel that you can't manage your time, or if you feel that, let's say you're home, but you're just not able to access all the resources, well, working from home may not be good for you. So the big question you're probably asking is, should companies allow their team to work from home? What do you think? Most important thing is don't let employees pick their work from home days. And so there's a reason why companies don't want you to work remotely. Do you know what that is? You probably think that it's a logical reason. Okay. Management wants what is best for the business, right? But anyone who's been in the workforce more than 5 minutes knows that directives issued by managers are highly scrutinized. And oftentimes they could care less about their team and are primarily motivated by furthering their own career ambitions. So, to succeed in the corporate world, you have to play the game. Being good isn't good enough. You have to network with the right insiders, make yourself known, suck up to bosses, unfortunately, and put it long and tedious hours to show your commitment. Now, is this right? No. And employers don't care about the hours, they care about the results. So before the pandemic, the goal for workers was to show how they were able to use their time and produce an ROI under the flickering fluorescent lights. And it's all about FaceTime. And when your manager sees you, he or she feels you're being very productive. Even if you're just searching Amazon for deals, they have this mental aptitude that you must be working because they see you all the time. That's a misnomer. Now, I can admit that prior to COVID-19, many people like to play this game. And you tell them to make sure the supervisors are well aware of what you're doing and all this stuff. But when your nosy boss is just always in your face and they know that you're around and working, even though you left for the day, see, that's a problem. And you also want to be the first one in the morning and the last person to walk out the door in the evening. Why? It sets a precedence that the company is the most important thing. Middle management is always scared. So they're never going to give you the truth, and they're always going to do what's best because they know they could get fired by upper management. And a lot of companies are cutting back because, let's face it, real estate's expensive, right? So a recent study conducted by SHRM, Society for Human Resource Management, found that supervisors are not happy with the extra work associated with remote work. And the findings of the survey showed that the supervisors don't hold remote workers in a high regard. Managers reported negative perceptions of the work from home trend. See, a lot of people think that working from home means you're not working. And although I get it, I think you have to set a policy that you're able to monitor whether you're getting an ROI from this. Managers were honest, and 70% replied that remote workers are more easily replaceable than on-site workers. 67% of the supervisors said that they spend more time supervising remote workers than on-site workers. And 43% of the supervisors said that they sometimes forget about remote workers when assigning tasks. And 72% said that they would prefer all of their subordinates to be working in the office. So I think there is a benefit to working from home, but I also feel that many people don't work. They have their computer on, they have everything ready, and they're about to take a call, but they go step out. They use the restroom, they go to the kitchen, they have a cup of coffee. And although you do this in the office, I feel that at home, you're just more, oh, you know what, let me put the TV on, or let me do this, or let me fold the laundry, or let me put some stuff away, or let me reorganize it. Because, I am still working. I mean, my desk is here. See, that's a misnomer. And I think there has to be, I don't want to say a big brother watching, but there has to be a way of checking the balances. So if you know that somebody's working from home, well, and you know that they normally go through, 50 emails, and you see that they're working from home and they suddenly only go through 20, that tells me that they're not being effective. So we'll go over some more things throughout the week about how you can figure out whether somebody's being effective or not. But I want to let you know that understanding working from home is not something that's going away. And some companies will never allow people to come back to the office because they're saving so much money. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you this fantastic, amazing evening. Don't forget to like, love, support the channel, comment below, tag your friends, colleagues, and associates, share this out with everyone you know on social media. If you're watching us, take your phone, scan the QR code. If you're listening to us only on the podcast, then go to believemeachieve.com and you'll get more of my great creations there. Be sure to go to my YouTube channel, John Space E Space MRLY Space Serial Entrepreneur. Look for that key phrase, how to keep our content free. Click on the PayPal link. Make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or a delicious dessert plate. Either way, we'll be grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping motivational content. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. I hope that you are going to find this series really interesting. I know I am, because working from home is something that's really starting to get into the pockets of companies and affecting their bottom line. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.